Alright. I did. Oh yeah, I did see the tuning. I'm gonna read it over later. I saw it last night though. I'm stocks rising. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm just getting some buffs. Good chop it up. What up? I can hear you in the club. Love delves, dude. No one loves delves as much as me. Nobody. Nobody. Rumor has it you're from Montana? I'm not from Montana. I lived there. But I'm not from there. I mean, Montana's a beautiful state, man. There's plenty of things to do. There's fucking like Yellowstone and shit you can go. You can go to Glacier. There's a lot of cool places you can go. Yeah, Whitefish is dope. Bro, if you're from Calgary, like, yeah. Like, if you're from Calgary and, like, you know Alberta and stuff, like, you would enjoy it. It's the same. If you're in Montana, you're basically in fucking Canada. Basically. Like, I think Ven, when I lived in Montana, Ven, I think, lived, like, 5 hours from me or something. Want to go to that bar with mermaids? Hell yeah. Do it. You reckon Shaman's much better this season? Shaman just got buffed. Or is getting buffed on Tuesday. So we'll have to read the patch notes again later. We'll do a little patch note review. A little patch note review, my friends. Hansel used to work for me IRL. Really? That's funny. Fucking Hansel, dude. One of the OGs. And I feel it now. Want this forever. Did I do this one already? Did not. Perfect. Which one is this? Dude, I wonder, is this still gonna DC me, bro? Pally's really good right now, yes. It's getting nerfed, I think, like a small amount, but I think it'll still be good. Guys, this quest is bugged and it DCs you. I think we have to just not do it. Or this delve. I think we just can't do this delve. We have to do a different one. We can't do this delve. It's gonna drive me insane. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. It's gonna drive me insane, bro. Let's hearth out of here. Actually, let's just leave. Let's go back to where we were, and then we'll turn in. Yeah, we cannot do that delve right now, dude. We can't. We can't do that delve right now or I'll lose my fucking mind. Thin line hero dancing on. There we go. Then we'll park our character here. And then... Shit. We queue on our shaman? The Rojo, bro? Living this plane trip. No, dancing on the sea. This doesn't bother. In the queue? Dancing on the thing. I don't even know if we'll be able to get a game, but shit, we'll sit in the queue. Why not, dude? Why not? Yeah, we'll read over the patch notes later. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You're wrong. Every moment. Oh, I forgot fights are tonight too. Shit. This is good. This is real good. Who you got? Mackenzie Durham and Islam, I think. I think Mackenzie Durham's gonna win, and then I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a close fight with Ian, but I still think Islam's gonna win. Oh, dude, I forgot Edson Barbosa's fighting tonight. But Barbosa's so old now, man. He's like 40. God damn, bro. God damn, dude. I need to change one of these settings. Frank, what up? Pally got nerfed in the preseason? Well, they nerfed Pally and Druid, yeah. Because they're the two best healers. And they're going to get much better with tier. So, the pre-nerf. Well, they're getting nerfed on Tuesday, but yeah. Already nerfed me before the season starts. Did they nerf Destro? I'm saying H-Pal's the new map for season 2. Yeah, Pallies are disgusting, dude. Pallies are fucking disgusting. Oh yeah, they did nerf Soulfire. Yeah, Rets might actually. I'm gonna read over the changes again later. I read them yesterday off stream because they posted them I think like an hour after I logged off. But dude, Rets got some crazy buffs. Well, they got nerfed too. That is the thing. They got nerfed as well. I think they got nerfed on their wall CD and their bubble CD and their Blessing of Sacrifice CD, but they got like a disgusting amount of damage. So I'll read that later. We'll go over the changes later. Ret might be disgusting. Ret might be fucking disgusting. We'll see. Because every DPS is getting a damage buff as well on Tuesday. Good. I like when Ret. Good. I like when Ret walks around one-shotting everything. Yes. Yes, we do love that. Yeah, every DPS is getting a damage buff on Tuesday. Some of them are getting nerfs on specific things, but yeah. Not really. AF no buffs. Destro got a nerf. Well, no, they're buffing the main stat for every DPS. So DPS are still getting a damage buff overall. But specific spells are being nerfed, yeah. I think all the DPS are getting what, 5% main stat, right? Yeah, that's an overall buff, not specific. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. I said every DPS is getting a buff. And then some people, some specs are getting like specific changes. Buff Incinerate, they'll have to compensate. Incinerate is just piss, dude. Remember in Wrath when Incinerate would fucking instantly kill you? They're just gonna buff Mage again. Dude, I can't believe they buffed Ice Block this patch. How did no one realize that until the patch came out? That they actually buffed Ice Block for Frost Mage. What's going on here, dude? What's going on here? Who is in charge of Mage, and why are they allowed to do this? Why are they allowed to do this, bro? Fastest ways to get honor nowadays? Just queuing the game. The same as always. Like, just do BGs. If you already have decent gear, you can just grind honor by queuing. Like 2s, 3s, shuffle. BG Blitz gives a fuck ton of honor. Apparently the arena training grounds or whatever that they have, people do that too. You can do like the training grounds, I guess. Like the random arena training grounds. Should we do that? Should we do one of those? How does that work if you're a healer? Like, do I get a teammate? Do I get a real person on my team? I guess we'll see. The dev team manager is a mage main. Bro, how are they getting away with this, guys? Guys, how are they getting away with this? How are mages allowed to get away with this, bro? It's 3v3? Yeah, but I play with real people, right? It's 3 real people versus AI. Okay. So it's just a skirmish, but against bots. Okay. Maybe we'll get a queue. I mean, Rogue Mage will always be OP, yeah. It'll always be broken. Acid Rogue's getting a damage buff. Acid Rogue's getting like a double damage buff, right? We're not going to read over the changes just yet. I'm going to wait. I'll probably do the changes in like... I want to play a game first, and then we'll look at all the changes again. But I'm pretty sure Acid Rogue is getting like a double damage buff. Yeah, Asarogue is getting a 4% damage buff. But then they're buffing the main stat, like we said. They're buffing the main stat bonus for DPS to 20% instead of 15. So Asarogue's actually going to do so much damage. And it's already good. The Asarogue is already good. Is it me you're looking for? Hello, Loey. Dude, what? Why is it like this? The fuck? Oh, is it because I'm not in an actual arena? I'm in like a raid? Here we go. We got Ret Mage Shaman. This is good. This is good, dude. Oh. Let's see. Damn, so they're actually... So, dude, is Asasro gonna just destroy us, dude? Oh my god, look at the bots, dude. They're running out together. They're in the blender. They're in the blender. Dude, Bandy is just fucking destroyed. What's the shot for next season? They're getting buffed, dude. Oh, Bandy. Guys, you know what's also funny? You know what's also funny? Did I get conquest for that? I got 18 conquests. Guys, we'll read over the changes in a second. They're buffing Holy Priest mana, which is also hilarious. Because Holy Priest has probably the best mana in the game. And it's getting buffed. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Do we play Farseer now? Well, Farseer is getting buffed, and Totemic's getting nerfed. Rank point EU Blitz. I know not a real backup, but need your word on how it feels. I mean, Farseer is getting buffed, man. So it'll maybe be better for Blitz. I don't know. Hey man, Rip Mage is OP. They're buffing Demo Lock tier set. Hell yeah. The Imp Explosion, dude. Oh. Oh. I can't wait to play the game on Tuesday. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Demo buffed? Yeah, but it's only their tier set. Their tier set is pretty poop. I don't think Demo Lock will be good this season. I don't think Demo Lock will be the best. Yo, it's Deleb. Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't think Demo Lock will be the best lock spec unless they make pets do damage again. Like, your pets are basically cosmetic on Demo now. You kill people with Shadow Bolts, Infernal Bolt, Demon Bolt, and then the dot. Like your Soul Reaping dot or whatever the fuck you have on Demo. You don't actually kill people with the... Ask something in YouTube chat? No, I answered you, bro. I answered you. Maybe you missed it. You got maybe you I don't know, had an ad or something. But I answered you. I think Sham's gonna be good this season, and it just got buffed. I don't know if Farseer will be better though, but yeah. Hopefully it's not good. I hate pet classes. Well, I mean, yeah, Demo Lock is just not even a pet class anymore. Like, the pets are just cosmetic. Like, it's like 85% of your damage or something, or 80% of your damage just casted spells. It's pretty weird. Watched some 3 sets tonight. It felt like such a dampener meta. Is it going to be like they're fully geared? I mean, they're buffing damage tomorrow. Or it was Tuesday, sorry, so I think the game should be a little faster. What do you think the best lock spec will be with the changes? I feel like Affliction is going to be really good this season. I don't remember exactly what they changed because I haven't read all of the patch notes. Like the actual 12.1 patch notes, but I watched that video that Skullcap did. Well, I watched Ven watch the video Skullcap did, actually. But looking at the changes for Tuesday, I really think that I think Lock will be fine. Like, I think Affliction is going to be pretty good. Until the Red or Assassin one-shots it? Yeah. Well, Destro's getting nerfed on Soulfire, but maybe because of the main stat, like, maybe Bolt's going to hit really hard against you. Because I feel like Destro already does hit hard when they cast, but yeah. We'll have to see how they compete with other things. Yeah, Rhett's getting a crazy damage buff, dude. Should we read the changes right now? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it, dude. Why not? What else are we doing? What else are we doing, bro? I don't want your love. I don't want your love. I don't want your love. And let's read the changes. I don't want your love. Okay. Let's just read all the changes now, man. Whatever. Let's yap for a bit. It's preseason, guys. What else is there to do besides yap? What? What else is there to do besides yap, you know? Guys, if you're in the stream, could I get a W, please? Also, happy Saturday. Believe it or not, I was not going to go live today. I actually was not going to go live today. I went to a show last night. I think I got back at like 3:30. And then I slept, woke up at 8. Then I woke up at 9. And I woke up at 10:30. And then I walked around. And then I watched a show. And then I passed out. And I kept sleeping until I finally got up and out of bed at like an hour and a half ago. And I wasn't going to go live. I was thinking about not going live today. And then I did anyways. We're here. We're here. We showed up. Jesus Christ. I don't want no love. I don't want your love. All right, here we go. Let's see. But yeah, it's preseason, so nothing else to do but yap. Play Mistfall Hunter. I got to get through Elden first. I can't add any other games to the list. I can't. I keep adding things to the list, to the never-ending list, and it's just too much. It's too much when it comes to games, movies, TV. Like, it's just never ending. I gotta start knocking stuff off the list. Gotta start knocking stuff off the list, dude. Alright, let's see. Dude, is Frosty K gonna be good too? Frosty K tier is kind of ass though, but... Oh, they're actually nerfing the tier also. Dude, Frosty K is getting a 9% buff. They're buffing all damage increased by 9% for Frosty K. They're nerfing their tier set, but I thought their tier was kind of mid. I thought Frosty K tier was kind of mid. Because, like, it was something... Isn't it something that you don't actually play, right? There's, like, a talent that you don't actually play? Frosty K doesn't even run the 4-piece talent? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what people were telling me, so... I mean, they're getting a flat damage buff, though, which is nice, right? 9% damage is pretty crazy. On top of what we saw earlier, we're gonna see when we scroll down, but 5% main stat for all DPS. So Frosty K is getting 9% damage. This is pretty crazy. So I guess we'll have to see how that works out for them. Because the buff to HP, that we had this patch for 12.1 is basically a nerf to any class that relies on, you know, one-shotting. Frosty K being one of them, so... This patch technically nerfed Frosty K because they kill you in the go, right? They kill you in the setup, they 100-0 you, doing unhealable damage. But now, because you have so much more health, that's basically a nerf to them, you know? So, 9% buff on their damage. Okay. Demon Hunter. Ooh, Devour. G, what up? Oh, yeah, it's a dual wheel talent. Yeah. But they play two-hander. Devour's 4-piece set bonus is performing significantly above expectations, so we're reducing its power. Okay. All ability damage increased by 14%. Does not affect PvP combat. Reap, Coal, Eradicate damage reduced. Damn. Okay. Eradicate's area effect damage increased to 90, was 85. So this actually affects the PvP too. Okay, so this is overall. And then they nerf their tier. So Devour's actually getting a pretty substantial damage nerf. Plus they already got one this patch too. I've queued into some Devours in preseason already, and they seem to still do a lot of damn. But this seems massive, right? Like Reap and Coal do a lot, and they're getting 12%. Okay. Rest of Druid. I saw this last night. Just a just a heads up. I did get spoiled when I ended stream last night. They posted the changes like an hour later, and I read all of them already. And I saw this, and I immediately was like, "No fucking shot! Like, there's no shot." But does not affect PvP. Does not affect PvP. There you go. All healing increased 4%. All damage increased 20%. No PvP changes. EM Hunter. This doesn't really matter. It's just this AoE damage for your tier set. Mage, Arcane, which is already good right now, got a 3% buff. Arcane already kind of pumps right now. They're getting a 3% buff. They're nerfing their tier set, though. So they're nerfing their tier. So this is basically just like a preemptive nerf, I think, for when they get their tier set. Which you can see here with the notes. The dev manager is a mage. Mistweaver Monk got a healing increase, but does not affect PvP. All healing increased by 8%. Does not affect PvP combat. I guess they've been underperforming in PvE. They buffed the 4-set activation rate, which is the proc chance for the rushing wind kick to, not use its cooldown. So rushing wind kick is part of your 4-set now. It has a chance to make it so it doesn't proc its cooldown when you use it. Okay. But they're making the proc rate on that higher. Priest. All damage reduced, does not affect PvP combat. Entropic Rift increase, so this is a Void Weaver buff. Okay. Yo, Bonky Kong, thank you for the resub, man. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yo, what's up? So this is a buff to Void Weaver. Slight buff though. I don't think the Rift does much damage. Like the Just like the pulsing effect of the Rift, I don't think does much damage. It's always the explosion, so I don't think this is going to help them much at all. I don't think it's going to change much. My main shaman's name is TM Reese's Cup. Atonement transfers 46% of damage into healing, was 32, does not affect PvP combat. Okay, this would have been nice to see for Disc, because Disc does feel a little weaker compared to the other healers at the moment, but okay. I mean, that would have been a crazy buff to Void Weaver, though, so, you know, speak too soon, I guess. Don't want that to happen. We don't want Void Weaver taking over the game again. Holy Priest right now is insane. This change was kind of crazy to see, because I guess in PvE, it's not the same thing. But in PvP, Holy Priest mana is just never ending. Like, I quite literally have never playing my Priest in Shuffle. Like, I really can't think back to a single game where I have on Holy Priest this expansion. But I guess in PvE, their mana isn't as good, so yeah, Holy Priest mana is about to be even better in PvP. It's about to be even better, because they just don't So I'm a little surprised to see this get buffed, but them not offset it in PvP, but I mean, it's not too surprising, actually, but still. Holy Priest mana is going to be... It's not even going to be a factor. It never was a factor before. It's not going to be a factor now. Ever. Words of the Wise now increase healing. Oh, this does not affect PvP combat. Okay. This does not affect... So none of these changes for Oracle affect PvP. So, because I think Holy Priest got some stuff under this, right? Or maybe they didn't get any changes. I'll have to look again. But basically, this change we see here is that Holy Priest is just going to have, you know, they don't have a resource, basically. Mana is not a real resource for them. Rogue. This was an interesting change because, like I said, we're going to see it when we scroll down. They're buffing DPS because they're buffing every DPS overall. They're giving 5% more main stat to the trinket bonus for DPS only. Well, DPS and tanks. Please don't play a tank, people. So this change is crazy. I don't know if you guys have played much of the preseason, but if you have, Assassination Rogue is good. It's already good. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like OP, but it's pretty much like there. Like, you could maybe make the argument, and it is, Assassination Rogue is really good. It's getting a 4% damage buff on top of the buff they're going to get when they get more main stat, which, like I said, every DPS is going to get. So this is pretty crazy to see. Yeah, Assassination Rogue is going to pump on Tuesday. Sub Rogue. They nerfed the 4 set already of Rogue, but they buffed their overall 6%. They buffed their overall damage 6%. What's the 4 set for Rogue again? Let's check that. Because Outlaw is procs. You get dispatch procs. So what's Sub Rogue? Oh, Sub Rogue is your Lingering Shadow, which is just your extra... Lingering Shadow is like your extra shadow damage, right? After Shadow Dance ends, Gloomblade and Backstab deal an additional 50% damage to Shadow. Oh, yeah, okay, so yeah, you get... When your dance ends, you get the extra Eviscerate damage as well, so I guess they're nerfing that part of the tier set. So that's going to be 60%. So all these tier sets are already nerfed in PvP. They usually nerf all of them by 50% anyways. So this would have only been 50. Now it's going to be 60, which is then going to be 30%. So not too big of a deal. You know, it still obviously gives them more burst, but they're just getting a 6% overall buff to compensate for that. So their damage during dance is still going to be good. Enhanced Shaman as well. 5% buff. I think Enhance is going to be crazy this patch. I've queued into a few already, and I would say out of all the specs that are queuing right now, as far as right now goes for preseason, I feel like Enhance is a bit sleeper. Haven't really heard many people talking about Enhanced Shaman, but they got a bunch of buffs this patch, and I think they're going to be better. Like, they got a healing buff, they got a bunch of damage buffs. They nerfed their burst, of course. just like they did all of these classes, but they got a huge damage buff across the board on all their spells. So I think Enhance right now is already crazy, and it's kind of the sleeper spec, and they're getting a 5% buff. So much like Assassin Rogue, which is already good, they're getting more damage on top of the trinket bonus. Warlock, their tier set, I don't think this changes much. I feel like Demo Lock is just not... It's just not it, bro. I think Demo Lock, this expansion, is just not it. It was really good at the start, and then they nerfed it so much in the beta, and that, like, their pets don't do any damage. On top of the nerf that Warlock already got, or on top of the nerf that Warlock got this patch too, if you guys have not seen, they finally made it so Dark Pact is affected by dampening. So Warlock is going to be much less tanky when you play these solo shuffles and you're in dampening, when you play these 2s and these 3s games and you're in dampening. Lock is going to be way less tanky. So I think Affliction's going to be the better spec. Maybe Destro. I can't see Demo Lock being top tier, especially if Mage is good. I feel like if Mage is really good, especially Frost Mage, like specifically Frost Mage, I think it's hard for Demo to be really good because you can't get any pet value. And then on top of that, your pets aren't even that useful anyways. So I can't really see Demo Lock being the top Warlock spec this season. Every Mage spec is good, yeah. But I'm saying like Frost Mage is even worse because all the slows and the Novas when it comes to being a Demo Lock, you know? Turbo's back? I think so. Warrior. I saw Fear Warrior got buffed. I'm not excited about that, but I am going to make one. That's going to be one of my alts for sure. I'm going to have all the DPS this season. We're already leveling everything. I need to have DPS this season. I need to be able to like log off a healer and enjoy it. And enjoy something. So I was going to play Fear Warrior anyways. So, I mean, that's good for me. I guess it's getting buffed, but I don't know how many people really do enjoy fighting Fury in PvP. But they're getting another 6% damage buff. And let's see. So what are they doing? Their 4-set, their Bloodthirst damage is increased. And then during Recklessness, the crit strike bonus of Wreck is increased by 3% up to 6. Okay, so they nerfed the crit chance bonus from their 4-set, and then they gave them 6% overall damage. Think Enhance will be better than Assass? You think so? Well, they can't play with a Mage, though. So, but maybe. I mean, Enhance is going to be crazy. And then Shamans are normally like the Mage Slayers, you know? Like, normally when casters are good, like Mages and casters in general, Ellie Shaman comps and Enhance comps, if they're good, I mean, that's perfect for them. So, there is a chance. There is a chance. But we'll have to see how Assassin does. I feel like it's going to do a bunch of damn. You know, Minecraft today, what would you play with Ellie Sham, Affliction Lock, or Destro? Probably Affliction, and then with a Druid. Or a Pally. Or maybe a Monk. But I feel like Affliction's going to be better than Destro this season. I'm not sure, though. Not sure. Alright, here we go. PvP changes. I already said this earlier, but as you can see right here, they're actually buffing the trinket bonus of DPS and tanks to 20% instead of 15%. So if you're a DPS, you're going to have 5% more primary stat, more main stat on Tuesday. We can see the developer notes here. We feel the pace of PvP combat has been slower than intended, so we're increasing the primary stat of non-healer specializations to increase overall outgoing damage. Personally, I think this is okay. I like when damage is high. I think it's better for the game when damage is high, especially since healers are so OP right now in general. The thing that I think was making the game much worse, which we've talked about forever as far as pacing goes in WoW, is the fact that your damage outside of cooldowns always felt so much lower. You know, the last few expansions, your damage outside of cooldowns has felt much lower than when you have all your buffs up, all your buffs, modifiers, your RNG procs, your cooldowns. Like the gap was ridiculous based on your, you know, top DPS compared to your regular sustained DPS. So the game is much better when damage is high and it's more consistent. I think a big problem with that was, of course, the difference between cooldowns and not having cooldowns, but also how much health we had, right? So I think 12.1, the fact that we have more HP, and the fact that they've nerfed CC, you know, diminishing return. If you guys didn't pay attention to 12.1 in the notes, diminishing return is going to be 20 seconds instead of 16. So it already feels much different playing the game. It already feels much different. Like, you're still getting CC'd, but it's happening not as often. Like, you can actually play the game now. You're not getting hit with what feels like endless CC because of the change. And I think that, in combination with giving everyone more HP, I don't think buffing damage is a bad thing. I think this is actually a good thing. Especially since people have already been saying that it feels a bit slow. The pacing, the duration of games is longer because of that. Chunga, what up, dude? Yeah, I've been in the East Coast for like 9 months, 8 months. What's going on, dude? You enjoying the disgusting weather we have right now? It's so hot and humid and gross, bro. It's actually sickening. But yes, so I think this bonus is actually really good. I'm really excited about this. I think that it should be better. I'm a bit worried for some classes. Because obviously we see, you know, some DPS are getting damage buffs on top of this. Like, this buff right here is a damage buff to every DPS. This buff right here is a damage buff to every DPS. Obviously, we're going to see some DPS in these notes that have specific buffs or nerfs, but this right here is a buff to everyone. The problem is that we, you know, scroll up and we see In-Hand Shaman got 5%. We see Assassin got 4%. And then when I scroll down here in a second, we're going to see a class that some of you guys might not like that much. Known as a Rep Paladin. They got some crazy changes. So overall, I think this change is good. I think it's going to help the pacing a lot, but it's a bit worrisome when you read the changes that some of the DPS have gotten on top of this bonus. So they nerfed 100 souls right here. This is the 100 souls build, I think, right? They nerfed this for Devour, which is nice. That build is pretty disgusting in Shuffle. Where'd you move? Just north of Virginia, my friend. Residue right now is arguably the best healer, and their tier set is disgusting. So the fact that they're getting this nerf, I think, is perfectly fine. Their tier set is the best healer tier set, I think, this patch. So even though this nerf kind of sucks, you know, if you're a Druid main, when you get more gear, you know, you're going to have more stats, more mastery, and then you get your tier set, like this, you won't even notice this nerf at all. You'll think that you got buffed. That's how good your tier set is on Druid. Mage, they ended up buffing Pyroblast, but they nerfed their Meteor and their Comet Storm, which is their big burst for their Sun Fury Mage, or Frostfire Mage, rather. Their Frostfire Mage burst when they Meteor and they Comet Storm together. Their Meteor just globals you, and that is getting nerfed a little bit, but they're buffing their, you know, regular damage with Pyro. And then it looks like, what was this part? I didn't even read this. Their force set's gonna decrease the cast time of Power Blast by 30%, was 10. And then they're gonna lower the Pyroclasm damage bonus. So their tier set for Fire Mage tier set revolves around Pyroclasm, which hits really hard, but I don't know how good it's gonna be in PvP. I think there's a chance that it could be good. No one even specs that talent right now, but I think there's a chance that it could be good if you're playing, you know, something uncommon. You know, if you're playing like a very uncommon comp, like Rogue Mage. You know, maybe that talent could be good because you have a little bit of extra setup on getting the Pyroblast out. It definitely hits really hard, though. Like, Pyroblast hits really hard with the Pyroclasm talent. However, I really don't know if people are going to play that unless they have a mage on their team. But that is what their tier set revolves around, so we'll have to see what happens with that. That could be pretty scary. Holy Pally also, in my opinion, and, you know, other opinions, is probably, you know, number 1 or 2 for best healer right now. Like, Druid I think is at the top, and Pally, which we had in one of our videos that we should be putting up soon. I think Pally and Druid were the best 2 healers and are the best 2 healers going into the season. They're getting a 5% healing nerf. They're getting a judgment damage nerf. Keep in mind this is judgment only, not Hammer of Light. Hammer of Light's still going to hit really hard. But then they're also buffing Avenging Crusader so that you still have a lot of healing in your wings. So you're just going to do less judgment damage, a little bit less healing overall, but your wings is still going to be solid. I feel like this nerf is also not too bad. I think Pally's going to be completely fine and probably still be one of the better healers. Their tier set also is still good. It's not as good as Residue, though. Not as good as the Residue tier set, but their tier set is still good. So I think Pally will be completely fine. I think Lightsmith will still be the better spec. Lightsmith, I think, is always going to be the better spec unless Herald gets, you know, a change to maybe the hot for Eternal Flame, or maybe they get way more Holy Shock healing, or they get more Dawnlight healing. I think Lightsmith will still just be the better spec for PvP because it has better cooldown rotation with melee wings. Sacred Weapon is really OP. And I think all of that kind of rotates a lot better when it comes to PvP design. So, unfortunately, I think Herald will just still be the worst hero talent. And then here we go, Red Paladin, like we said. So once again, we'll scroll up here. They're buffing every DPS by giving them 5% more main stat with the PvP trinket bonus. Now, once again, I think this is great. I think it's going to help with the pacing because right now it does feel a tad bit too slow, but we're not going to decrease health, which I think is a bad thing. I think keeping health higher is fine so that we're feeling, you know, so that you're not dying, you know, 70 to 0, 80 to 0 in half a second. Having more health helps with that. However, if everyone's getting a damage buff and then you see specific buffs like this for a class, it can be a bit worrisome. We saw Assassin Rogue get 4%. We saw Enhanced Shaman get 5%. And Ret Paladin. Let's talk about the utility change first. So first of all, they're nerfing their Unbreakable Spirit, which I think affects their wall and their bubble cooldown. So they're going to have a little bit longer CD on bubble and wall. They're nerfing their Blessing of Sacrifice cooldown a little bit as well with this talent. So now they're going to have a 90-second, or sorry, a 90-second Blessing of Sacrifice instead of a... Isn't it 90 seconds instead of 1 minute for Ret? We have to check this real quick. Let's check. Let's confirm this. Is Blessing of Sac for Red is 1 minute, right? With the talent? So now it's going to be 90 seconds. Let's confirm this real quick. We don't want to spread misinformation. Yeah, it's 1 minute with the talent, and then it's going to be 90 seconds on Tuesday. Let's check again. Let's see. Long ass loading screen. Respec Ret. You always got to confirm things, guys. You don't want to just speak out of your ass. I mean, you could do that, but yeah. So Ret Blessing of Sacrifice is a 1 minute CD, 2 minute CD, and then 60 seconds reduced with the talent, which makes it a 1 minute cooldown. So this talent, once again, you're going to have a longer wall CD, longer bubble CD, longer Blessing of Sacrifice CD, which I think is perfect. Don't get me wrong. I know it's going to sound like I'm going to say some, negative things. It's on the way. I'm not. I promise. I'm just expressing concern. So this, I think, is good. Like, I think Red Paladins are pretty annoying, especially when it comes to Shuffle. They're one of the best classes they have been since Dragonflight. And since Shuffle got put in, they're so good in Shuffle. I think this utility nerf will help them. Or sorry, will definitely, make them a bit better to deal with. I think they're still going to be great. But what's worrisome is this. They're roughing. So Ret is getting, a Hammer of Light damage increase by 25%. So this is their judgment when they have wings up. they're getting a final verdict damage increase by 15%. And then if that wasn't enough, when you include these two changes, and when you include the 5% main stat they're getting, just like all the other DPS, they're getting a flat 8% damage. Yeah, so this is a bit concerning. Once again, I'm all for classes doing damage. I just don't know if this is going to be, you know, a little too much or not. I don't. This is crazy, bro. This is actually crazy. If you're a rep pally, you're probably so happy, dude. You're just gonna log on Tuesday. You're gonna log in on Tuesday, and you're gonna be blasting people. You're gonna be blasting them to the moon when you play on Tuesday, bro. This is disgusting. Yeah. Once again, if you're a vet, you're back. Yeah, vetting. Thank you with the gifted sub. Dude, Carl loves Dyke. Carl Loves Diceka? Yo, thank you for the sub, dude. So yeah, this is crazy, bro. This is actually crazy. Yeah, Rets are gonna be sick. I think Rets are gonna be sick. Does it work like this? 8 plus 15? No, the 8% counts for everything, yes. This is a specific buff, but the all damage increase applies to this as well. Yes. When it says all damage, but they also add a spell underneath it, the all damage still applies to that spell. So this is a massive buff for Rep Pally, damage-wise. Slight utility nerf, massive damage buff. Rets are going to be scary, dude. Maybe we need to immediately re-roll Ret on our Pally that first week. Just so we can mess around on Ret before they potentially nerf it. We might have to just re-roll immediately. And have a little bit of fun before they maybe nerf it. If it ends up being crazy broken. Shaman, guys. We're gonna see something that might make people. It made me, and it might make you. It might make you very, very, very happy. Something that I have been hoping for a long time. Resto Shaman buffs. Resto Shaman buffs. And it's not Healing Rain. It's not Healing Rain. It's not Chain Heal. It's not fucking Healing Tide Totem. Well, okay, Healing Tide Totem buff was actually nice because it needs to be a cooldown. It's not some random shit, okay? Okay, so let's read this. Let's read this together. Okay, gotta control my excitement. We're making some targeted adjustments to primarily improve Farseer's viability as we begin Season 2. We're also reducing the effectiveness of Storm Conduit, which we feel has been too powerful under the right circumstances. So, Shaman, for a long time, especially in Shuffle, has been kind of forced to play this totemic build. The problem is, the totemic build forces you to play a bunch of talents that could be deemed PvE talents, right? You're playing Storm Conduit, which is the talent where you Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning and you get CDR on your totems. You play Rain Dance, which you're forced to play, which makes your Surging Totem do more healing, but also reduces the mana cost on it, so you can't So that makes your mana a lot better, and you're basically forced to play that talent. So when you play a Shaman in last season, so Midnight Season 1, majority of War Within as well, if you're playing Shuffle especially, you're playing this totemic build, you're playing all PvE, and you're trying to do this to keep up with other healers in terms of their HPS, but because you're doing that, you're sacrificing your utility. So you're sacrificing your utility and your agency over the game to go into this full PvE style mode design against classes that already do more healing than you. So it just sucks. Like, it's good in Shuffle, don't get me wrong. Shaman last season in Shuffle, I thought was great. I thought it was definitely one of the more solid healers. You didn't really get countered too much. Like, it didn't feel like you had these terrible lobbies. Outside of very specific things, right? Like, full melee Druid Cleave or something. Like, it didn't feel like you had bad lobbies on Shaman. It always felt solid when you played Totemic. However, when it came to playing 2s, when it came to playing 3s, and even just my personal opinion, when it came to having fun, like Farseer is much more fun to play, in my opinion, when you're a shaman. You get to play the utility talents. You get to do more things because you have, you have more talents with lasso, static field. You have more time to try to go for hexes and whatnot, or go for, flame shocks and lava bursts, because you're not spamming lightning bolt the whole game and you're actually moving your character. You're not just standing still. So Farseer is the more fun spec. And as we see here, they're buffing all healing by 4%. They're nerfing Storm Conduit as well, which I think is great. I think Storm Conduit, it is a pretty ridiculous talent. I think it's just one of those unhealthy talents to have in the game. It's just an unhealthy design. Like, you're sitting in the center of the map spamming lightning bolt and spamming totems. Like, it's not very fun to play against. It gets a little old to play as well. It's just, it makes me feel like I'm on TBC. Like, I've told you guys this. When I play Totemic Shaman, especially when I played my alt Shaman, which you've seen me play in preseason, and when you see me play it in last season as well a little bit, the last 2 days, you'll see why in a second here. It makes me feel like I'm actually back in TBC or like Wrath, because I'm sitting in the center of the map on a giant red male Draenei spamming lightning bolt. Like, this is my character, guys. This is my alt. Don't hate. I actually look insane. Don't be a hater. Look at me. I look insane. And when I play this character, I feel like I'm back in TBC or Wrath. I'm just sitting here. I got totems down, and I'm just spamming lightning bolts. Like, look at look at this design, dude. So yeah, Totemic it's something. It's something for sure. But anyways, I digress. They're buffing all healing by 4%. They're nerfing Storm Conduit. So this is already big. This is going to help Totemic as well, right? This affects both specs. So this is going to be good for Totemic as well. It's not like this is going to be a huge Totemic nerf for this patch only. This is going to be good for them as well. But on top of that, they're buffing your Ancestors again, and they're buffing your Hydro Bubble. So Hydro Bubble right now is like 1% or so of your healing. But I think when you get to play Farseer now, especially if you try to play the proc talents with your Ancestors, there is a chance that, and because the game is a bit slower too, the pacing, you're going to have more chances to get Ancestors. You're going to have more Ancestors summoned, which means you're going to have more Hydro Bubble healing, and they're buffing it. So this is not the craziest buff here with Hydro Bubble, but it's going to help a little bit as far as giving them, a little bit more HPS. This buff right here is massive. Ancestors have been extremely weak. Extremely weak this expansion. They don't really do much. The most I've ever seen them do in total is about 10% of my healing, if you include the healing wave, the healing surge, and the chain heal. So they're not very strong. So when you play a build, when you play a hero talent like Farseer, whatever hero talent you're playing, you expect, the perks of that hero talent to be, meaningful. Farseer hasn't been like that this season, this expansion. I'm not sure if they over-nerfed them or something in the beta, but they have just not been useful. And so this buff, I think, should help a lot. It's going to help a lot with not only having more HPS, but those moments on Shaman where you have your double Ancestor out, or maybe you're playing the proc build and you have 3 Ancestors out, and you're spamming Riptides, and you Unleash, and you're spamming, totems. It's going to help a lot. And so I think this will help a bunch. Why they write Healing Surge? Because Ancestors still Healing Surge. They still Healing Surge when they Healing Wave when you Healing Wave, but they Healing Surge when you press Riptide. So that's why. So when you press instant heals like Riptide, they Healing Surge. But when you Healing Wave, they Healing Wave. And then when you press a totem, like a water totem, they chain heal. So that's why it says Healing Surge. But I think this buff is going to be massive for them. Like, I think this will help a lot on top of the 4% healing. Like, there is a chance that Shaman becomes much better with this season. Much better in this season than in Season 1. So, very, very, very excited about this. And, yeah, good buffs overall for them. I think it's going to help a lot. And then our last change for Tuesday is a Destro Lock nerf, which is unfortunate. if you are a Destro lock. That's actually so unfortunate. But it looks like they're not happy with how much damage Soulfire does. So they're nerfing Soulfire damage by 30%, which I think is fine. I think having, you know, 2 spells that can kind of, you know, do a bunch of bursts is kind of rough to deal with, especially because it's a different school. However, I would have much rather seen them buff other things. Like I would have much rather seen them buff Immolate Dot or Wither Dot, or maybe not Wither Dot because Wither already hits hard, but I would have much rather seen them buff like Incinerate a little more, because Incinerate actually is trash. Like they could buff that even more. I would have rather seen them, you know, buff Conflag as well. But little things like that instead of just straight up nerfing it. I still think Destro will be fine though, because once again, every DPS is getting a damage buff because of the trinket bonus. So I don't think it's too worrisome. Chaos Bolt already hits hard right now anyways. But I still think Destro will be fine. And then, like I said, I think Affliction, personally, will still be the best spec, but we'll have to see how Destro Lock ends up doing with this nerf. But overall, I think the changes are good. I don't know how, you know, I don't know how some people are, I know how some people are feeling. Maybe some people are worried. You know, let me know in the comments, of course. But I do think these notes are pretty good so far. I'm very, very excited for 12.1. I think having more health and less CC and less slows already makes the game much better. And I think giving a bit more damage to all the DPS helps a bunch too, because once again, healing is so high. It's one or the other. We either nerf healing, which I think they could have done as well, instead of buffing damage, or we buff damage. And the fact that we buff damage a little bit, you know, 5% main stat, I think is going to help a bunch and help the pacing. Obviously, there are some outliers with these changes, like Rep Paladin, like Enhance, like Fury Warrior, and Assassin Rogue, where these classes all got, you know, big damage buffs on top of the main stat bonus. That might be concerning. But overall, I think this is going to be a solid, you know, week of class tuning. And hopefully, you know, we get to have a lot of fun. All right. We're done with that, people. We're done with that, baby. Yeah, Max Regan, what up? Don't worry, Blizzard knows what they're doing. I mean, I actually think these changes are good. The Rep Paladin, the only changes that are confusing are like I said, Enhance I feel like is already good right now. They buffed it. They buffed its damage. Obviously, these are changes because I guess in PvE they're bad as well, so they got a damage buff there. But Enhance I think is one of the sleeper specs right now. They got a damage buff on top of the trinket bonus. Assassin Rogue, once again, I think is good right now. I think Assassin is really good. They got a damage buff. Red Paladin, I think, is still fine. I've queued into a couple. They still seem fine. They got a massive damage buff. Fear Warrior, I haven't seen in preseason, so I don't know, but they also got a damage buff. So, like, there are some things about the changes that are a bit concerning, but I think overall I'm happy with it. Like, I'm pretty happy with it overall. Shaman will be better on Tuesday for sure. They're getting buffed. Oh, yeah, Windwalker is going to global people, bro. Jesus Christ. Their tier set is so good. Red tier set is good, too. You think Farsi will be over better than Totemic? I don't know. I think so. I think these changes that we're getting might finally make Farseer the better spec, yes. I think it might. Twitch, what up? People still die, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's really hard to say how it's going to be because It seems like it's hard to kill a lot of things right now, but I didn't nerf Storm Conduit, dude. This Totemic is fried, and it makes me laugh. Tim, what up? Because of how ridiculous it is. But I mean, you guys know me. I want to do shit, man. You guys know how I play the game. I want to do stuff. The fact that the best thing I can do on Shaman is fucking stand still and Lightning Bolt is just so... It's just so depressing, dude. It feels like I'm just contained. It feels like they're keeping me held down, dude. They're keeping me chained up, and all I can do is just Lightning Bolt people. It's so boring. It's so fucking boring, dude. So, hopefully we can have more fun. I think it will be. I think it will be better. I'm excited for Farseer. Because I also think, too, like we were saying with the changes, like, some of the changes they made this patch, like the CC change, like, I don't think people really understand the big picture with some of these changes. When it comes to healer POV, the way the game works, right, is everything that they do in the game, there's an indirect consequence on other aspects of the game. So, for example, when they nerf CC to be 20 seconds instead of 16 seconds, when they nerf the DR to be 20 seconds instead of 16, what does that mean for a class like Holy Pally? Well, Holy Pally is more susceptible to CC than other healers, so if they're going to be CC'd less, that is an automatic buff. Like, Pally is automatically buffed because of that change alone. Like, that's one of the biggest buffs they could have given to any healer. To Pally right there. Like, that's a massive buff. They're just going to be CC'd less. Great. And I think Farseer Shaman is kind of similar. I think because they buffed... Because Farseer Shaman has a lot of activated healing, right? Like, you're spamming globals with Riptides and your ancestors. The CC change, the DR change to 20 from 16, is also, I think, an indirect buff to Shaman. Or to Farseer specifically. I think it helps a lot. And I think if the game is a bit slower and people aren't being bursted down as much, I think that's also a buff to Shaman too, right? Because Shaman needs the game. Shaman does well when the game is not too slow, but not too fast. All right? And some of you, maybe you guys don't understand that. Maybe you guys don't have girlfriends and you don't really understand what I'm saying there. But when the game isn't too slow and it's not too fast and it's just right, Shaman is good. It also can't be too bursty. It can't be too bursty because then Shaman sucks. You need to be able to, you know, ride momentum. Great choice of words by me, actually. Ride momentum on Shaman, and that's when it's good. So because the game's going to be a little slower and because people aren't going to die instantaneously, or hopefully this next patch still, when they buff damage, people still won't die because we have so much health. Like, Shaman thrives in that environment. So I think these changes are good, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to try Survival Tuesday. What are they doing about Survival, or just in general? Now we're talking about girlfriends and writing. Jeez. White Boss, what up? Unironically cooking. Thank you. My girlfriend is my left hand. Well, that's hell yeah. What healer are you most excited for besides Shaman? I still want to play Disc. I think Disc got some really fun changes this patch with like Mind Blast proccing your Void Shield, with Mind Blast proccing your Void Shield, with Void Shield stacking up to 2 times now. Like, the buff stacks up to 2 times. So if you get a Penance proc and then you Mind Blast, you have two Void Shields instead of 1. With Shadowmen being baseline instead of being a proc. Like, I'm excited for Disc Priest. I think it's gonna be fun. Also, I will admit, Monk has been one of my favorite healers since they reworked it in Season 1 War Within. I just haven't played it because, if you guys can't tell by now, I like suffering, and I like making my life worse by playing things that aren't as good. I don't like playing the OP stuff. So I like to suffer. So I've actually avoided Monk pretty hard this patch, or this season, this expansion. I've avoided playing it. But I will say I'm excited about playing it on... I will say I'm excited about playing it on Tuesday. Also, their tier set's fun. Like, I think Monk with tier set will be really fun because you're getting, like, rushing wind kick procs with no CD, so I think that'll be fun. I see how Holy Priest is good in Arena simply because of heal output, but people are venturing to predict it will be better than Disc. I have no idea. I think right now it will be. I think Holy Priest healing is insane, and then they're getting a mana buff, and they're just gonna be... I mean, mana is not going to be a resource for Holy Priest. Like, it already isn't a resource. I literally have never oomed on Priest, on Holy Priest. And they're getting mana buffs, so... yeah. Funny people cried how bad Holy Priest was, and now that they buffed it, everyone's like, I hope Disc is better. Is that what people are saying? I like both specs. Holy Priest was my most played healer last season. I like both specs. I think Holy Priest was my most played healer. Let me see. How many games did I have on Holy Priest last season? I'm pretty sure I had so many shuffles on Holy Priest. I'll check Holy and Disc. I think Holy I had more games, though. I just hope Disc feels good, even if it isn't super strong. I think it does feel good to play. I've played Disc a little bit because I played twos with Ven. Disc feels pretty good to play with some of the changes they've made. Oh yeah, Disc is always the more popular healer, dude. Always. Especially since they added Void Weaver, like, Disc is always one of the most popular healers to play. It's crazy. Alright, let's see. Okay, so last season I had 966 rounds of Holy Priest. Okay. So I think Holy Priest was my most played healer. I had 966 rounds. What about Disc? And then on Disc, I had 740. So yeah, Holy Priest was my most played shuffle healer last season. Oh, should we go through and see how many shuffles we've played? Let's see. I won't count the Monstruo Rojo because that has off-season games. Let's see. Let's write this down. Let's write this down. Say so Disc, I had 740. How many shuffle rounds did I play last season? I feel like I played a lot. Holy Priest, I had 966. Let's check Shaman. My faction change one of my alt. Do I risk my rank on my character? I don't know. I would not faction change during the preseason. Like, I wouldn't do that for 2 weeks. Personally. I don't know if that still fucks up your I don't know if that still fucks up your title. Oh, it's not the same character? Oh, then no, it doesn't. It's only a problem if you change your main character. Yeah, if your main character. The character that you're changing, it'll have an effect potentially. Yo, what the hell? Yo, thank you very much, guys. W in chat right now. W in chat right now. 20 gifted members, by the way, on the YouTube stream. If you're in the chat right now, please tap a W. Please tap a W. You guys can't see it because you're in the Twitch stream. 20 gifted members right there. Yo, thank you very much. Jesus Christ. Shit, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix the crop. Yo, thank you very, very much. 20 gifted subs. Guys, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, people. Hope you're having an amazing, amazing, wonderful time. Thank you for being here. And yo, thank you very much. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Technically, we're at 23 on the day now. I know everyone hates presents, but the mirrors are pretty intense and fun. People just hate dragons, man. People just hate those dragons just fucking flying around and owning you. 382. Yo, thank you very, very much. Jesus Christ. Evoker. I don't think I played much Evoker or Monk last season. What's better, Shaman, Orc, or Highman? I went Highman just because I would play an Orc, dude. I'd play an Orc. I think Orc is always better on Shaman. Stun reduction. I only went Highman because I was getting rained out my melee cleaves last season, and I was going to potentially push rank 1, and then I just didn't end up queuing. I played 81s of Evoker last season. Oh my god. 81 of Evoker. 81 rounds. That's funny. As for how simple Disc and Holy compared to like Present Monk, Priest is just always fun for me. I don't know. I think Priest is just a really fun healer to play in general. Don't stop. Pally, we played 580. Oh, I actually played a lot of Pally. 581. And let's check Monk. Let's check the Monk. I just want a body. Check the Monk. Still working on paying attention to the right information, so the less I have to think about my own spells, the more I can think about what's happening in front of me. Yep, that's pretty much how it goes. You just gotta get comfortable with hitting your buttons, honestly. The game becomes so much easier and so much more fun to play when you're not thinking about doing your rotation. Like when doing your rotation and like dispelling people out of CC and stuff, as far as healer POV, like whenever that becomes much more fluid for you, like the game, everything else becomes so much easier. It becomes so much easier to like pay attention to, you know, positioning and where people are standing and if they're pushing in or not and their cooldowns on this. So I played 123 on Monk. So I played... Let's check this. Last season I played... I played 2,800 rounds of Shuffle last season. 2,873 on Healer. 2,873 rounds of Healer solo Shuffle last season. I feel like that's a good amount, right? Plus, I did travel a good amount from the end of May. No, I traveled in March. I traveled end of May. 4th of July, mid-July. I went to the beach at the end of July. I feel like, yeah. I feel like that's a good amount, right? 2,873? That's got to be a solid amount of Shuffle, dude. That's got to be a solid amount. Let's see. Let's go to Drusvar. Let's go to Drusvar. How many Shuffles are these people playing, dude? How many Shuffles are people actually playing? Holy shit. Bro, look at this Druid. Dude, this Druid alone has 7,400 rounds of Shuffle. Bro, this guy on one character has 7,400 rounds of Shuffle, bro. Oh my god. It's fun to feign Death CC? Yes. Yes. Yeah, Druids were loving Shuffle. I wonder why, Tim. I wonder why. I wonder why all these Druids were having so much fun in Shuff, dude. Why is that? He needs Solo Shuffle Anonymous. You think he needs some SSA, dude? Some Solo Shuffle Anonymous, bro. That's insane. Let's see. Let's look at who has the most healer shuffles played. We're gonna go down the list, people. We're gonna see who has the most healer shuffles played. This guy has. Wait, no. We're checking wrong. This is wins. Oh no, he's still number one. Okay. You think there's somebody that has like a disgusting amount of losses? No, there's no way. Like 7,000 losses, but like 1,000 wins. No. No, they wouldn't. It wouldn't be like that. There's no way. No way. All right, people. Let's do this together. We're gonna look at the most. We're gonna look at who has the most shuffles played as healer. So we got Sage Talker. We got Sage Talker starting off hot at 7,400 rounds. 7,400 rounds of shuffle, dude. Jesus Christ. All right. Evoker. Evoker is much lower. Evoker is much lower. Check losses. Yep. Evoker is much lower. 2561 for Evoker. 2561, 2576. So they have 5,100 shuffles. All right. That's much lower than Druid. That's much lower than Druid. Much lower than Druid. Oh, look at this guy. Dude, this is the guy that was shit-talking me and telling me how horrible I was. Guy's 2,600. Check his alts. Oh my god, bro. I got this guy in a blitz and he was telling me how terrible I was. Like multiple games in a row in blitz. He was just telling me how trash I was when I was queuing blitz with Ven. Get fucked. Fuck this guy. Okay. So the number one, the evoker with the most games played was Slizzards with 5,100. I think I was 2,100 rounds total on my 4 tunes. Healer shuffle, 1K on my main, 1K on disc. Nice. That's still a lot. But check Mistweaver. Okay, so number one Mistweaver. Notice how everyone in shuffle just has a 50% win rate. Notice how everyone that actually plays this bracket and doesn't just like snipe and dodge queues has a 50% win rate in this bracket. If that doesn't speak volumes, dude, I don't know what does. I don't know what would. Like, if you actually spam queue this bracket, 50% win rate. Like, there's just no way to avoid it. There's no way to avoid it, dude. All right. So this guy's got 5,800 games. 5,800 shuffles on Mistweaver. Okay. So still number one is Resto Druid. Sage Talker is leading still. What about Holy Pally? Oh! Some competition. Michaels, what up, dude? All right, so Crust and Salutum are second and third. They both have around 7,400. They both have close. Not as much, though. Not as much, but close. Michaels, how you doing, dude? Okay. So, close for the Pallies. Close for the Pallies. What about Priest? Okay. Dude, what happened to Amni? Remember Amni already had like 3,000 shuffles played at one point. Oh, here he is. Oh no, this isn't even him. Did Amni like quit or something halfway through? What about Whalecom? Who's that? Did he rename or something? Right. Oh, wait, that was last season, right? Wait, am I fried? Oh, no. Dude, this guy's fried. He left all his games or something. Look. Dude, why doesn't he show up on the Drusvar? Did he, like, hide his account or something? It shows he has 7,400 shuffles played, but he's 900 rated. Dude. What's wrong with this guy, bro? Was he just spam leaving shuffles? What the fuck? All right. Okay, so he actually has the most shuffles played then. Look. Or no, he's tied with the Druid, I think. He's tied with the Druid. Michael, you can just click your name. I don't have the command anymore. They just made it so you can click your name too. Shows you. What about whale come in mouth? No clue, bro. All right, let's see. So this guy has the most actually, right? This guy has 70. Wait, no. This guy only has 7K. Okay. Holy Priest. Okay. Dude, this guy's 1,600. Holy shit. Dude, this guy's 1626 rated. Do I get mod for my 11-year anniversary? Ooh, we could maybe think of it. We could maybe do that. Fuck it, bro. I'll give you mod right now. Don't abuse it. Enjoy, my love. We'll give you an exact date. April 2nd, 2015. Actually, a disgusting amount. Actually, a disgusting duration to be following. That's crazy. April... Wait, what was that again? April 2nd, 2015. Holy shit. It was WAD, right? God damn. God damn. Oh, wait. What am I looking at? I'm like looking at the ladder. Dude, this guy, Juby18, he's 16... Was he higher rated? Let's see. Did he have a peak rating? God damn, dude. This guy is 1,600 with 5,100 games played. With 5,200 games played. That's fucking insane. I've been rogue late. It's all good, bro. Don't think too hard on that data. You'll feel old. Nah, I never feel old anymore. Live in the moment, baby. I was just thinking back to like what I was probably doing at that time. April 2nd, 2015, I was probably logged on WoW for 12 hours, playing 2s. Playing some Shaman Warrior 2s. That's probably what I was doing. Okay. And then Shaman. Who had the most games on Shaman last season? Rohander. Notice how the Shamans have some of the lowest games played last season. Is that a sign? Like, look at Evoker. Evoker has 5,000. Druid has 7,400. Monk has 5,800. The highest person. The highest two people on Pally has 7,400 games. The highest priest has 7,000 games. The highest holy priest has 6,000 games. The highest shaman? 3,200. I feel like that's got to be telling, right? Right? I feel like that should speak volumes of how fun it was for people to play Shaman last season. If compared to every other healer, they just have the lowest amount of games played. Like, no one is spam queuing this shit in Shuffle, dude. No one's spam queuing this shit in Shuffle, bro. It's just not happening. It's just not happening, dude. Anything we need to do PvP-wise? No. You can just chill it for preseason. Level up characters, farm honor. You can farm honor cap on characters if you really want to, so that you have you know, like a stockpile of honor when the season starts. But yeah, level characters and shit. That's it. Blue Man Dan almost had him. Oh shit, rank 11. What was shuffle rank 1 for Shaman? 3212. Damn, dude, I was actually the last spot. Holy shit. Bro, that's hilarious. I was literally last spot with Meep. I played one shuffle, dude. Tim, you should have seen it, bro. You should have seen it, bro. I played one shuffle. I played one shuffle. I got fucking Warrior. I got Maldraxxus. This is Drusvar. What was my lobby? What was my lobby? I got Maldraxxus with a Frost Mage, a Warrior, Frost Mage, Arms Warrior, Rep Pally, Devour against a Presevoker, bro. And I actually got 4-2. I got 4-2. I almost went 5-1, but the Warrior fucking griefed me. This dude, I still remember this guy's name. Where is he? This dude was like mad tilted or something, and he just straight up griefed the last round. He literally just walked in and died the last round. Look, I can't even fight his character. I can't even find his character. He fucking deleted his character or something probably, or got banned. Warrior X. The last round, I was up 4-1, and we had Rep Warrior Shaman for the last round. And he fucking he literally just ran in, dismounted, and then died. Battle stance, didn't press anything in 5 seconds. Did I get gifted? You probably did. Probably did, Captain. Got 20 gifted earlier. So disgusting, dude. Ruined my 5-1. What does it mean when people are grayed out like that? I don't know. I actually don't know. I got Boomy, Desho, Asa, VM, Prez, and 5-1 just because I think Prez can't handle the Boomkin. Wait. Did you not end safe? What the fuck? Was that your last shuffle? Grayed out might be no sub time? I don't know. Oh, this is you. Oh. Oh, you're back. Fuck yeah. I got win traded on Tim Possible. Nice. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I don't know if that's DQ'd or like maybe they transferred their character, their sub time ended. I don't know. Damn. Okay, so this is you. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know this was your shaman. I thought this was just someone else. So let's see. Yeah, literally got it. This guy. This is you. Socks. Silver Kitty. Meep. Yeah, dude. I actually should have ended way higher. I should have got a 5-1. And if I got a 5-1 that lobby... Actually, I should have got a 6-0. We got cheese one of the rounds. But if I got a 5-1, I would have ended like rank 4, rank 3. That would have been sick. But still got it, though, which is nice. I'm pretty happy that I got it on my shaman. I'm pretty happy that I got it on my shaman. I got it on my priest anyways because I think I ended safe on disc and holy, so like I got it on priest anyways. I had like a little safety net there because I got it on disc and holy. Like I pushed on both. But I definitely wanted it on my shaman just because Galactic is a sick title. Obviously, Galactic Gladiator would have been better, but dude, threes were so fucking unfun. I don't give a fuck about missing. Like at this point, I've realized this a long time ago. Like I showed you guys back in BFA season 2, horrible season. I realized that my happiness with actually playing the game at the end of the season usually outweighs how badly I want the title. Even if it's a cool title. So like last season it just wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun to play. So I didn't really play till the very end, and then I had a couple chances to queue. Like Viga wanted to play. The Brazilians wanted to make like a last second hurrah the last like 5 or 6 hours, and I just told them I didn't want to. Told me I didn't want to. Shit was just so unfun. No, Shaman, there were not a single Shaman got rank 1 and 3s. The highest Shaman was me. Actually, Demon Dust. I think this is he actually passed me up. I think Demon Dust is Danksite, right? Is this Danksite? Yeah. Like, I think what was my highest rating on Sham last season? Let's see. 2911 might be my peak rating. My MMR was super high, though, at one point. We had one good night. I played back-to-back. The second night was horrible. The first night was great. The first night, we were like 3,200 MMR. And then we immediately tanked it the next day. But, like, do I think rank 1 Shaman in 3s was possible? Sure, it was possible, but it wasn't probable, you know? If you've seen Pursuit of Happiness, you know what I'm talking about. Was it possible? Yeah, of course. Probable? No. Yeah, so my highest rating last season was 2932. That was the peak we got CR. Yeah, no Shaman got rank 1, bro. That shit was rough. I think it was 70 unique spots, yeah. I think it was 70 unique spots. Because what did it end? 31-34. So 70 unique spots, 130 overall. Like why? Because nobody plays 3s. The spots, okay, here's the thing. I think the spots in 3s would have been way higher because it's percentage based, right? The spots in 3s would have been way higher if we had MMR from the start. The problem with 3s last season is that majority of the player base, like the casual player base, just immediately quit the bracket because the highest rating was fucking 1800. So if we had MMR from the start, I think there would have been way more spots. Yeah. You playing AFC this year? No, I haven't played in like a year and a half, dude. BlizzCon predictions? I think Gators back are going to win. Either Gators back or Waz's team. And then I think that Streamer Zone is a good chance too. Wait, which team is Tessia's team? That's Streamer Zone, right? They keep changing the names of all their teams and shit. Because Streamer Zone used to be fucking Kasu's team, right? So I think Echo. So Waz's team. I think Gators back, Echo, and then I would say Tessia's team, I think, have the best chance. But I will say I'm excited for Lontar's team as well. I'm excited to watch them. I think they'll be fun to watch. If Blue Man Dan would have passed you on both, who would have gotten rank 1? I think if you tie, it still works out the same way where you just both get it. Meta had a pretty legendary push. Felt bad for him. Yeah, Meta got fucked. Because everyone just trolls him every season. And I hate when I feel bad for people. I hate when I feel bad for people that you know, are toxic in their own right. Because it's like, fuck. I want to not feel bad. But he got fucked. Everyone is just... I mean, that shit is old, bro, to be honest with you. Like, I think it was funny, you know, haha, meta's raging, so funny. Like, it gets old after a while. And I can say for me, like, I've been pretty over it for a long time. Like, I mean, I'll say it right now, just like everybody. I used to watch meta stream all the time because he just rage. And it was funny. But I haven't done that in, like, several years because it's just not... It's just not as entertaining anymore. Like, I don't find it funny. I just feel bad. And I mainly feel bad because it's always people instigating, you know? Like, I think watching someone rage is funny when it's them doing it, like, you know, on their own will, right? Rather than people actually instigating and, like, starting problems with them. Which is what that's pretty much what it's been for the last, like, 3 or 4 years now. It's been way worse, where people will straight up just go into the stream to piss him off, or like spam him, or harass him in game, and whisper him, and invite him, and grief his lobbies. Like, it's just not fun. Organically, yeah. Like, when it's organic, like genuine rage, when it's because he's playing the game and just being pissed, yeah, sure, I think that's funny. I like that with anybody. I've said that before. Like, I like when people show genuine emotion, whether it's happiness, you know, sadness, people raging on the game. Like, genuine emotion and reactions appeal to me when I'm watching a stream. I don't like the fake shit. But when I'm watching someone rage because they're like essentially just getting bullied, like, I don't think it's very funny. I don't think it's very funny. And that's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what his stream has been for a few years. Like, if you guys watch his last stream for the end of the season, like, people are just griefing his lobbies. That one loser is, like, spam inviting him and fucking whispering him and harassing him, which he does every season. Like, it's just not very funny. We know how many ADBCs we're getting in season 2? I would imagine just one. Like, I would imagine it's BlizzCon, and then season 2 will still be existing. Like, season will still be happening maybe in, like, January. I actually don't know. I don't know what their plan is. It's funny when people go too far. Content creator is one thing, but genuine is not. Yeah, it's just not that funny. Did Lontar actually get it on EU? Oh my god, that would make me so happy if he did. Let's check. Rank 1 was 3154. Nope. Fuck, dude. No one got it. Oh, you got me so excited for a second, dude. Why would you say that? Dude, did he also go High Mountain? Oh my god, what a cheeser, bro. Dude, every shaman that actually wanted to push in 3s did the same thing. They went High Mountain Tauren. That's so funny. I went High Mountain Tauren on my shaman too, literally the second to last day. So on Sunday, I went High Mountain Tauren. I didn't even get to play 3s either. I didn't even go play with Brazil again. So I wasted fucking $20 re-rolling anyways. But I also did the same thing. I was like, bro, fuck this. I'm playing High Mountain Tauren, dude. That's so funny. Only 2 Prez got it and 1 was Calvish. Only 2 Prez Evokers got it? Really? Wait, in 3s? What? What are you talking about? There's fucking 5 of them right here. I mean 3? Yeah, but what do you mean only 3, dude? Only 3 doesn't matter if you have 10 characters up there. Like, that's still crazy. How many druids? Because, yeah, it's rank 1. Like, there's only a few druids. There's a few druids. How many monks? So many fucking monks. Actually, wait. Yeah, I mean, it's only a few players in each rank. Like, for each healer. Like, Kosaki, Montage, Dizzle. It's like that for every healer. Like, it's like that for every class, usually. Like, there's only a few healers up there that get it. But it's still a lot of spots, you know? But yeah, like... Okay, I was gonna say, holy fuck, 2 Evokers, there's no way. But yeah, okay, it's just alts and stuff, yeah. I was gonna say, holy shit, did Evoker fall off that hard at the end? It wouldn't surprise me just because Rogue Mage was so OP, but yeah. Damn, so Lone Tar didn't get it either. High Mountains makes you really tanky, yeah. I mean, you get 1% verse, and then you just get super tanky. Because of the damage reduction. Just because High Mountain's fun? Oh, yeah, it's so fun. You think Farseer will be meta? I think Farseer will be better, yeah. It's getting some really good buffs, man. Basically, he became a lol cow. Dude. Shad Mountain, yeah. Yeah, Metaphors got fucked last season. He got, like... He was 1 game away, and then he queued, and then... He was 1 game away, so he queued, and then Meep sniped him. Which, like, low-key, Meep is kind of a fucking loser for that. So, like, he sniped him. And then, I guess Meep... I was watching it, like, Meep won the first round. And then Prev, who also, I guess, is a huge fucking loser, just left the game. Because, like, I guess Prev just leaves a lot of shuffles. So, Meep went up 1-0, and then Prev left the game. But because they changed it, so when people leave... You just lose rating based off that. Meta lost like 5 rating or something, or 8 rating. And then fell even more out of range. And then he queued up again and just got a shit lobby and just tanked out of it. Like, it actually was just fucked. It's just... It was fucked. It was really fucked. Yeah, I don't like... I don't know. I just don't think any of that shit's funny anymore, to be honest. Haven't for some time. Ampin, what up, dude? I'm alright. First leg, which was minus 1,000, just lost. Guys, Mr. Jalen put in a massive parlay for the fights tonight, and I guess he already lost. Isn't it great when you lose the first the first leg, bro? Isn't it great when you put in a parlay and you lose the very first leg instantaneously? That's hilarious, dude. I think the Farseer buffs will be good. Yeah, I think Farseer will be much better. Yes. Waiting the whole fight, then he got choked out. Oh shit. Farseer will be much better. Any good pulls lately? This was our last big pull. This is our last pack magic. Last pack magic from Darkness Ablaze. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Let me take it out of the... This was our last pack magic. Banger. This is probably, like, out of all the artworks that I've seen recently for the cards that we've pulled, even though this isn't, like, the most expensive card, it's like $3 or something, like, this is probably one of my favorite artworks. Probably one of my favorite artworks. Are you back in Chicago? Back in Chicago? What? I've never lived in Chicago, dude. Christine, what up? Yeah, this is a really cool card. I thought you're from Chicago? No. I'm from Northern Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. I'd rather lose the first leg insta than get to the 5th and losing it. Yeah, I guess because then you get so excited that you're gonna win the last, like you're gonna win this crazy parlay, and then you just lose at the end. I guess that's true. I guess that's true. La, 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 la. So much RNG with Shuff and 3's just max unemployed. Well, 3's are really fun. The problem with 3's is that yes, like let's throw around yes. The problem with 3's is, how do I explain this? So 3's are still really fun. The problem is when the balance is bad, like last season was probably one of the worst. Last season was arguably one of the, you know, worst seasons we've had in terms of balance. Like class balance was pretty brutal last season, right? So that automatically makes 3's really lame. But what makes it even worse is the community, right? Like the community nowadays when it comes to playing the game is just like so vile, bro. It's just so fucking vile, dude. Like everyone snipes and dodges as hard as they possibly can. It's the sweatiest it's ever been. People are still cheating nonstop. Whether it's I mean, everyone's gonna have a different opinion on this, but like I feel like if you have all these crazy ass add-ons and shit to like bypass the fucking API that Blizzard put in for Midnight, I would say you're like softcore cheating. Fuck you. But anyways, I think all of that stuff is fried. But if we're talking about actual cheating, like people still fucking use auto hotkey and shit, which is just cheating. You got people that still like abuse bugs hardcore because there's 1,000 bugs in the game and people still abuse all of these random ass bugs that like you don't even hear about until the last week of the season. And then it's like, oh, I didn't know that this guy was using a bug, and then you just find out about it the last fucking 2 days. And then, like I said, people are extremely scummy with like the sniping and the dodging and like organizing queues and the win trading. And then they're playing 10 characters with the same comp, just sniping you and farming your CR. Like it's just, it's really bad. It's really bad. So when the balance is not the greatest, and then the community is like it is now, like it really does make threes just unbearable to play, honestly. Retail threes community is becoming like classic threes? Yeah. It's shrinking for sure, and I think that's a big reason why. I heard there was a giant cabal call for shuffle on the last day too. I mean, yeah, I think everyone cheats in shuffle. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't think people understand that cheating in shuffle doesn't necessarily mean that you're like everyone is win trading, but like if you're fixing queues, that's cheating. Like you're not supposed to be able to fix queues where like, let's say I'm queuing a healer. Let's say I'm queuing a healer and I'm 3,200, and then like we're talking to each other about queuing up into each other. Like that's still cheating. That's literally like that's literally manipulating the queues, which you're not supposed to do, right? And that's what people do all the time. Like there's a reason you look at some of these people and they're like these astronomical numbers in shuffle. Is it partially because like they're solid players? Yeah. But at the same time, they're literally fixing the queues into each other because they both have Giga MMR and then they're climbing together. Damn. The repeat casting option that they have in game is basically auto hotkey, but infinitely slower. And then auto hotkey, you can also like change and customize with different scripts to actually cheat. So that's the difference. You think people calling their friends in Discord in a high rate shuffle is cheating? I mean, it depends on what they're doing. I don't think it's cheating to like call your friend and be in a Discord and like try hard together in the round. But if you're griefing the next round, then yeah. Like, let's say I queue a shuffle and I get Wiz in my game, and then we have how many rounds do you have with somebody in shuffle? Like you have 2 rounds with each class, right? As a healer, you get, or no, 3 rounds or something, right? How many rounds do you get with the DPS in shuffle? Isn't it 2? Like you play with each DPS. Yeah, you play with each DPS twice. From when you're a healer. So like, if I'm a healer and I get Wiz in my game and he's playing Shadow Priest and we get in Discord and we play 2 games together where we're in Discord, and then I play against him and it's still the same. Like we're not like griefing each other or win trading. I don't think it's a problem at all. I don't think that's cheating at all. I think you're just literally taking advantage of knowing someone and getting in voice. But it's not like you're griefing people, right? I think it would be cheating if you're in Discord together and then you're just straight up like griefing the lobby when he's on the other team. Then yeah, of course, that's crazy. That's cheating for sure. %75% win rate in shuffle is sus as hell. I mean, yeah, like I already said this before, man. I think all of these people are cheating in shuffle. And I feel like, well, Sham will definitely be better in Season 2, yeah. I feel like, what's interesting, wait, I close all streams when I'm shuffling to make sure I'm not sniping. I mean, yeah, I literally just queue, bro. You guys have watched it, man. And I feel like I'm allowed to say this because you guys watch my stream, you see me queue. Whenever I'm queuing the game, especially end of season, how many times do you see me get dodges? And then when you think about it, when you watch other healers, be honest with yourself. Do you see them get as many dodges as me? The answer is fucking no. When I watch some of these other people queue shuffle and they heal outside of meta in the last like hour because people were trying to grief him, like nobody's getting dodges like me, bro. I'm literally getting dodged 20 times in a row before I get a fucking game. And then I'll queue and I'll watch somebody else. They get maybe one or they get an instant queue. They get into a game and they queue into someone 3,300 MMR. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's just, yeah, the cheating is ridiculous. And I think a big thing too is I don't think these people realize what they're doing is cheating. Maybe that's part of it too. Like, I don't know if people realize that like manipulating the queues like that literally is cheating. But I will say that brings me to my next topic. I will say I'm very excited for season 2 because of the change they made to the queue system. So if you dodge, you get a penalty, 1 minute, which is great. That's like a warning. And then if you dodge again, 5 minutes. You dodge again, 50. Like, I think that's fucking awesome. So if that can help limit the cheating even just a little bit, I think it's going to be way more fun to play. I think it's going to be way more fun to play Shuffle. Oh yeah, people dodge queues to hold the queues hostage too, especially on the last day. You should have seen the dodges on meta stream. It was 10 minutes straight. Yeah. Yep. Because everyone just griefs him. Nobody wants him to play and then climb. That people cheat that way? Yeah, it's really bad, man. Trying to tell you guys, man. I feel like, I think I earned one of the most genuine Shuffle rank 1s you could get. I just straight up played the game all day. I've got hundreds of games. I played all day. I played during the day. I played crit gear on my priest. I'm the only holy priest in the game playing fucking crit. Got rank 1. I'm not sniping people. I'm not dodging people. I'm not queuing at prime time, waiting for people to queue up. I'm just queuing all day. Queuing all day. MC bugging left and right. Bro, I'm not MC bugging people, bro. Nice. Oh yeah, and I don't have add-ons. Guys, could I get a W in chat, please? And I don't use fucking add-ons, by the way. I don't use add-ons. I only use better Blizz frames and S Arena. I don't use mini CC. I don't use these like pseudo weak auras and shit that people are making. You MC bugged me? Yeah, but I didn't do that on purpose, man. I didn't MC bug you on purpose, bro. You gotta press mind control or you literally cannot beat dragons. I know. You gotta press it, bro. Funny thing about that, I had someone rage at me. Off stream. I think I played one game off stream the last week of the season, and I had someone raging at me about how I'm MC bugging or something. I had that happen. But it's like, bro, it's so dumb because like it's so dumb because you literally can't avoid pressing the button as a priest. Like you have to press mind control. It's one of the best CCs in the game. Like you have to press it. If you don't, like you're just gonna lose to these like druids and shit. You just lose. I MC a guy off the bridge in Blades Edge today. Is Blades Edge a shuffle map? Oh yeah, Blades Edge is back. I forgot. Blades Edge, when it was in the game, was a shuffle map. Yes. I wonder, have people been getting Blades Edge again? Have people been getting blades again in their shuffles? Because it was a shuffle map when it was actually in the game. Do people ever blame you and shuffle and flame you? Dude, all the time. I'm a healer. Also, it's shuffle, bro. I get blamed on everything. I play DPS. Even when I'm winning, I get told I'm shit and blamed. I play healer. I get blamed every single game. Mike, what up, dude? Oh, you just reminded me. God damn it. I keep forgetting. Because I wasn't going to stream today, though. So, my apologies. I wasn't going to go live today. I should have taken the tic-tac-toe map out as trade. The tic-tac-toe map? Which one is that? What's the tic-tac-toe map? What map is that? Oh, like fucking... Are you talking about the Goblin map, dude? The Cage of Carnage? I kind of had fun on Cage of Carnage, even though it's terrible. Dude, Cage of Carnage is fucking awful, bro. that map is so bad. I think... Okay, here's the thing. I think all of the map... I think that map in general is just pretty rough, but I think what makes the map worse is the fact that this can happen. Like, if you're healing someone and then they step, like, right here, they're out of line. Like, you're healing someone from here, they're just out of line on the stairs. Oh, wait, my thing's showing. Hold on, here you go. Like, if you put a heal... someone's here, and then they take literally one fucking micro step to the side, then they're out of your line of sight. It's so dumb, bro. The line of sight on Cage of Carnage is the worst in any map. It's the worst in any of these maps. It's so bad. Like, you can be out of line of sight all the time. It's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, I think the positioning and stuff can be kind of cool. Like, I think you have a lot of different ways to play the map out and kite and stuff. That's not my problem with it. My problem with the map is, like I said, if someone is right here and you're healing them, I shit you not, if you take one step, they're just out of line. It's so dumb, bro. It's so dumb. That's my problem with Cage of Carnage. That's my problem with it. If that wasn't the case, I don't think it would be that bad. Like, I think I would actually kind of enjoy playing that map. But that part of it just sucks. On my Night Elf caster, I've been 1 foot from someone lower than me and not been able to cast on them. Yeah, it's so dumb, dude. Yeah, you can't move totems half the time. It's just... Yeah, that map annoys the fuck out of me. The one where your foot gets stuck on a 2-inch metal bar in the floor. The Goblin map hype. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck, bro. Yeah, like I said, guys, no add-ons, by the way. All crit gear. Crit gear, Holy Priest, no add-ons. Rank 1. No sniping. No dodging. No fixing Qs. And I'm a fucking gnome. I'm not an undead. I'm a goddamn gnome. You know how many boomkins we queued into pushing rank 1? 0. Because boomkin was fucking terrible. Nobody was playing fucking boomkin, bro. This shit was fucking terrible. Why'd you go crit? I just went it as like a meme, honestly. I went crit to kind of try it out. And then I kind of stayed it because it was a meme. But it actually wasn't bad. It didn't feel that bad. It didn't feel that bad. You play with that add-ons? Yeah, I use better Blizz frames and I use S Arena. I don't have any trackers. I don't have any ability trackers. I don't have any weak auras. I don't have a DR tracker. I can't even see my own DR. I can see enemy DR obviously with S Arena, but like I can't see my own DR. I can't see party frames. I can't see like my teammates' cast bars. I can't see fucking when people are in range of me, because people have that now where they fucking... People have that now where they have range indicators on their arena frames. It like shows you when they're in range of you to cast CC, who they're targeting. You have people that... Their add-ons... Does Cubsy stream still have the VOD? Let's see. Alright, it's like... Cubsy's goated. Don't get me wrong. Cubsy's a fucking goat, but... Look at this guy's UI, dude. Like, this isn't even fair, bro. Look at his UI. The dots on his frames... The dots on his frames are showing what the enemy is targeting. So, like, the yellow dot shows that the rogue is targeting the mage. He has all of his teammates' cooldowns. It shows the mage's lockout. It shows that the evoker with the green dot is targeting the mage, and then the mage is targeting his rogue. And then, like, with his team, it shows that his teammate is targeting this guy. And then... No, S Arena does not do this. This is fucked. And then it shows the green dot for when he's in range. So the green dot on the rogue frame shows when he's in range of the rogue. And then he shows like all the the enemy cloak CD, enemy, communion CD. He shows kicks, he shows blind CD. He's got weak auras for fucking his DR. Like, where he has his own DR tracked somewhere here as well. Like, it's a lot different. Like, it's a completely different fucking game. But like, when you look at his UI and then you look at my UI, it's a completely different game. We're playing completely different games, dude. But yeah, like I said, I don't use any of this shit. We don't use add-ons. We have S Arena and we have better Blitz frames. We have S Arena to show the arena frames that S Arena has because I like them way more. And we have better Blitz frames because they changed the range indicator in Midnight and I didn't like it. So we have better Blitz frames. That's it. I'm going to be honest. I think it's ridiculous you can't see teammate CDs anymore. I feel a little indifferent about it. I know some people really love that. And honestly, I don't really think it's... I don't think it's wrong one way or the other. Like, I can understand the perspective of not showing cooldowns even for your team. But I also... Carl, what up? But I also understand people wanting to be able to see their teammates' cooldowns, especially if they're playing no voice arena, right? They're playing shuffle, no voice, like there's less communication. So I understand both. I do think that I definitely will say I draw the line at being able to see the enemy CDs. Like I pretty much, my stance when it comes to add-ons and stuff and what you can see, I've always kind of drawn the line on that. Like I don't think it's fair that you can see everything the enemy does with their cooldowns, with their fucking DRs and all this shit. Like, I don't think that's good for the game. But when it comes to seeing friendly CDs, like, I don't really disagree. What about interrupts? I think only, if it was my way, I think only interrupts and DRs should be shown. I think seeing the enemy DR, like seeing if your target's on DR, and seeing interrupts, I think are the only things that you should be able to see. Personally, I think not being able to see interrupts is also really weird. I'm not really a fan of that, just because of like how frequent they are. You know, I think that's a bit troublesome. Comments so OP they had no stone conduit. Yep, R2 is gonna be solid though. I just much about teammate CDs, but I'm not a healer. I just find it easier to want to flame my hunter for dying. Yep. Shaman's so broken, Sturge did a no rank 1 add-on challenge. No add-on rank 1 challenge. There you go. Trinkets, enemy trinkets, interrupts, and racials. That's it? Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that. Dude, you know what's funny? I'm not kidding. Another reason I don't like it, and this is just a shuffle thing too. Part of the reason I like that you can't see your teammates' cooldowns is because in Shuffle, I'm not kidding. Like I know, at least my experience could be anecdotal. There is way less rage about when people die without cooldowns because they can't see them. Unless it's obvious. Unless it's the most obvious, like the Rep Paladin never gets attacked and then he dies without bubble, or the fucking... he dies in the open or not pressing anything, then yeah, sure, you still see rage about it. But I'm not kidding. My experience, once again, could just be anecdotal. Playing Shuffle last season, I had way less of that. Where people were flaming you for fucking not pressing something. You just kind of lost, and that's what it was. Like, you lost the game, and then you moved on. For most of it. I wouldn't say it was all the time, but I would say most of the time that's how it was. Like, you just kind of lost, and then everyone just moved on. People still raged at each other, of course, but, like, it wasn't the same as fucking somebody gets CC'd, and they're like, bro, you fucking didn't press this spell, dude. And, like, they're staring at your Omni CD, you know? Shuffle players love Link. People love raging about Spirit Link, but never actually standing close to the Shaman. Isn't that funny? People always love to rage at you for not pressing Link, but then they're never next to you to actually press a Link. Always. Yeah, Swayze was haste, I think. You told me that. I mean, whenever I played against him, he was just spamming fucking holy fires, so maybe that's why. Mage in the dies in the open air without ice block. It's happened more than I liked. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that still happens, of course. Bro, my add-on showed you at AMS. Why didn't you AMS me? Guys, I'm cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so tired, man. I didn't sleep. I did not sleep, my friends. I did not sleep. I think I had like 3 vodka ghosts last night. What did I have last night? I had what they call a blue motorcycle, which is an AMF. I had one of those. I think I had 3 vodka ghosts and a shot of tequila. I think that's what I ended up having. But yeah, I definitely had 3 vodka ghosts, which means I had a lot of caffeine. So I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep much at all. I'm fucking exhausted. Link, I heard this totem, but it always disappears in point 1. Maybe you'll see it one day. Maybe you'll see it one day. All right, what did we do today? Did we accomplish something at least? Were we productive? I checked out the arena bot thing, the arena training grounds. We looked at our total shuffles played on healer. If you guys didn't see that, I played 2,800 rounds of shuffle. Last season, I played 2,873 rounds of shuffle on healer. We yapped about changes, which is good because we can make a video about it. We yapped about the cheating in the game and people fixing queues. And that's it. That's kind of low. Yeah, it's not that much. Well, like I said, I think that's not bad considering the fact that I fucking was traveling for like 2 months. Like I was in LA at the end of May. I saw my best friend growing up. I saw him and like saw my nieces and my nephews at the end of March. Or at the end of February. I went to LA at the end of May. I went to Puerto Rico in June. And I didn't get to stream at all because I was in Puerto Rico for like a week. I was in Montana for 4th of July. I was in LA for the middle of July. I went to the beach at the end of July. So yeah. LARPing. What does that mean? Why do people keep saying LARPing now? Why is that a meme? I mean, I know what LARPing means, but like, why is that the new meme now? When people say you're LARPing. Like I saw that with, what was I reading about? I saw that random post about how Logan Paul's selling his Pokemon cards and everyone calls him a LARPer. Does that mean you're just like, you're faking it or something? Like you're a poser? It's the new poser? Ah, I see, I see. You going to con? Of course. Are you? Axton, you going to con, dude? Yes, sir. Oh, fuck yeah. That's sick. Can I add lighter connotations? I see. You think I'm a LARPer, bro? I'm a Puerto Rican man. I grew up a no-oplo kid. But I am practicing. I've been getting better. I've been getting better. My Spanish has improved over the last year. Still hard, though. I think I need to just start watching telenovelas all day. I think that's just the fix. I think the fix is I need to just watch Telemundo all day. And just never watch anything else. And if I do that for like a year, I'll be good. Ren does on his 5th ult. Yeah. Did that guy even play this season? That's the warrior, right? Did that guy even play? Or did he quit? LLH? Oh, this guy? Or did he change his account? Did he get banned or something? Lead liquor, dude. Put your phone in Spanish? True. The name was meme too hard? Oh, so he changed it. He still had a lot of shuffles. Look at that. Wait, is this the one we were looking at? He had 2,000 on this guy. He had 600 on this guy, or almost 700 on this guy. He actually didn't play. Oh, no, he still played a lot. He still played a lot. Get 1,200 on this guy. Okay, yeah, so he actually still played a lot of Shuffle. He still played a lot of Shuffle. Okay. Not as much as usual, though. Not as much as usual. Prime. Most goated Hunter at the moment? Most goated Hunter? I don't know. Do people even stream Hunter, dude? All right, yeah. We're all right. I think, let's see. All right, we're out here. Our ad ended as well. Perfect timing. Yeah. We did everything. We looked at the ladder. We queued the training ground. We yapped for a little bit. We did the YouTube video. We're set, bro. It's time to fucking take a nap. This guy's rounds as marksman. He's 700 on BM. Oh, God. You're saying check marksman. BM is alt spec. He's got 700. Okay, before we leave, actually, what the fuck? Let's check the DPS games played. So, dude. That guy had 12,000 games of Shuffle. Bro. 12,000 games of solos. And he's a DPS. And he's a DPS. Holy fuck. Dude, how much time did this guy spend in queue? Let's do the math on that. 12,000 shuffles divided by 6. That means he played 2,000 shuffles. What's his average? Because he's 2,200, which ended up being like the starting MMR. What do we think his average queue time was? Like 10 or 15? 10 to 15? What do we think his average wait time was? Average queue time. Because he ended 2,200 CR. But he played Marksman, though. Marksman was really popular. And if your spec is more popular, your queue time is normally longer. So what are we thinking? Probably like, what? 15 minutes, maybe? 13 minutes? Yo, Chunga, thank you for the resub, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, dude. 82 months, bro. Dude, so even if we give him like a low ball 12 minutes in queue. This guy was in queue for 24,000 minutes. Let's divide that by 60. This guy spent 400 hours in queue last season. That's a long time to sit in queue, bro. Over the course of 21 weeks... Over the course of 21 weeks, 400 hours in queue. Holy fuck, bro. So that means if you assume that he played every day for 21 weeks... That means he spent almost 3 hours in queue every day. That means every single day he spent almost 3 hours in queue. Assuming he played every day. Because obviously this means he could have fucking had some 24-hour shifts, bro, playing shuffle. Does this guy have a job? Like, I know... Maybe it's rich coming from me. I still got a fucking job. My job just so happens to be playing the fucking game. But like, bro. That's a long time to be sitting in queue every day, dude. Like, that means this dude probably what? Like, if you assume he has a 9 to 5, he fucking logs in. Like, every single day. If he's a 9 to 5 every day. Or 9 to 5, 5 days a week. He plays shuffle from the time he gets home to the time he goes to bed. Maybe he even plays at fucking work, dude. And then he plays literally all day on the weekends. 15 hours a day on the weekends. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is actually insane. Can I look at the shuffle ladder based off... Oh, I can. Wait, yeah, so he had the highest amount of games last season. This guy has the highest amount of shuffles played last season. Let's check Europe. Europe always has some fucking sweats. How many did this guy have? This guy had just under 12,000. Oh, no, yeah. He had just under 12,000. Well, does he have another character? No, he only had one character. He only had one. So let's check Europe. Let's check Europe. Wow. Dude, NA, it looks, dude, NA is so back. NA is so back. NA is sweatier than Europe now. NA has the sweatiest players in the world, bro. The most games played on Europe is only 9,000. The most amount of games that someone played on Europe, the most amount of shuffle was 9,000 rounds. So NA has this guy beat by 3,000 rounds of shuffle. Holy fuck, dude. Does this guy have an ult? Let's see. Nope. I guess to be fair though, these people only have one character, so that's honorable. I feel like that's pretty honorable, right? They only have one character. What about this guy? Yeah, they only have one character. Okay. Holy shit, bro. So this guy has 12,000 shuffle rounds. That's fucking insane. Does that mean this guy's psychotic? Does professional classic PB exist? I don't think so. Is this guy psychotic? Or is he actually just living the best life possible? Like, do we think that this guy's happy? Genuine question, by the way. Like, do we think that he's happy? That he's just living life and just having the best time? This guy really knows his class. He's having a good time. That's a lot of barb shots. Wait, does anyone have like a bunch of games on multiple specs? Doesn't look like it. It looks like everyone just kind of plays one thing mainly. Okay. Damn, dude. What do we do preseason? Let's see you queue a shuffle on all. I literally can't play the game on any character except for my my alt shaman. Too much MMR, and you just can't get a queue. That's crazy, bro. 12,000 shuffles. I think on that note, we're out of here. Holy shit. On that note, we hit the last ad, and then we're fucking out of here, bro. I'm laying down again. I'm so tired. Dude. I hope this guy plays again. I hope this guy queues up again this season. And I hope he breaks his record. I hope he breaks his record, dude. He had what? He had 12,000 games of Marksman Hunter Shuffle. And he had another... what is this? 700. So he had another 700. He had 700 shuffles on BM. And 12,000 on Marks. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, this guy's a savage, bro. I hope this guy is living the best life possible. Unless he's toxic. Unless he's toxic, then fuck him. But if he's actually not toxic and he's just playing the game, dude, I hope this guy is just the happiest person. I hope this guy's the happiest person ever. He just logs in and just fucking grinds it out, just plays. Like, I truly... I say this from the bottom of my heart. I am actually so... Bro, boss, what up? I'm a bit jealous of people that can just play and have the most fun without getting mad, without raging, without like battling their ego. It must be so nice, dude. It must be so nice. Because I really don't think that I've ever... I don't think I've been able to do that in WoW. Or in any game for that matter. Like in any competitive game. In any game with any sort of competitive aspect. So whether it's like me playing League at fucking gold. Doesn't matter. If I'm playing Marvel Rivals. Like if there's ever any competitive bracket in the game. Multiplayer game. I feel like I just can't have fun like I used to. When I was a kid, you know? Like before I got like rating in WoW and I started like trying to get better and, you know, pushing titles and stuff, I feel like I was always able to just enjoy whatever I played and not think too much about, you know, the rank or the rating or anything, or like the idea of winning or losing. And I definitely am like a bit jealous that people can do that. Because obviously, like, if this guy has 12,000 rounds played of Shuffle, you know, he's either psychotic or he actually is just having the most fun ever, and he just logs on and he just plays and he just grinds it out and he's having the best time ever. And I really am just, I'm a bit jealous of that for sure. Even some of these Zoomers, dude, like some of the Zoomers that are in the WoW scene now that just play the game all day and they just fucking love it and they have so much fun. Like I feel like I haven't been able to do that in so many years. But maybe I can change that. Maybe I can change that. Sub for alt Shaman Shuffle. Nah, we got a piece of it, bro. I'm just exhausted. But I will grind it out tomorrow. What do you mean you're out? I didn't sleep, dude. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep, bro. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I definitely think that yeah, I'm a bit jealous. Competitive gaming destroyed gaming. I mean, yeah, the gaming is so different now. You know too much? Ignorance is bliss, man. That's what they say. That's what they say, dude. Ignorance is bliss. Alright, we're hosting Ven. We're gonna hit Ven with the host and then we're out of here. We hit our last ad. We got some stuff done though. We yapped about some shit. We got the changes in, so we got a video for that. We got a video for our healer predictions. So technically, we're still very productive. Now I'm gonna lay down and go to bed. Actually, I might order some food, dude. Maybe we don't go crazy though. Maybe I order some food, but we don't go crazy with ordering food. Because normally a day like today, I would get like 20 wings and just fucking ruin all my progress. But I don't think I'm gonna do that today. All right, geez, people, be safe. Take care of yourself. See you all tomorrow.